On a humid Sunday in Tokyo, the women's marathon at the World Championships reached its thrilling end. As the favorites from Kenya and Ethiopia claimed gold and silver, Julia Paternain of Uruguay pushed through the final meters, exhausted but proud. She was the last qualifier, a true underdog, simply hoping to finish. Catching her breath, Julia had no idea what was unfolding around her. Suddenly, a race official rushed over, pointing at the results screen. "You finished third! You won the bronze!" he exclaimed. Julia stared in disbelief, tears streaming down her face as the news sank in. She'd been so focused on her own race, she hadn't realized she'd climbed to the podium. Her coach had set modest goals. Just finishing was a win. But Julia's patience and grit delivered an unexpected bronze, a moment of pure sporting magic. For Uruguay, it was a historic achievement, one born from determination and a flawless race plan. Julia's journey to the podium spanned continents. Born in Mexico, raised in England and rooted in Uruguay, she grew up in Cambridge, where her father taught mathematics. Despite her British upbringing, Julia's heart belonged to Uruguay, her family's homeland. She chose to represent Uruguay, honoring her heritage and hoping to inspire a small nation. Training with Cambridge and Coleridge Athletics Club, she developed her talent and discipline. For Julia, running wasn't just personal. It was about making a difference for Uruguay. In a country of 3 million, her success would mean everything. That sense of purpose fueled her drive to compete on the world stage. Julia's talent shone early in English school athletics. She won back-to-back English schools' 3000 m titles and gold at the home nation's cross-country, earning a spot on the British team. Competing at the European U23 Championships, she finished 6th in the 10,000 m, gaining vital international experience. Julia then moved to the US for college, running for Penn State and Arkansas. The pressure of collegiate sports led her to step away from running after graduation, but time off reignited her passion, and she returned, this time focusing on the marathon. Training in Flagstaff, Arizona, she debuted at the McCurdy Micro Marathon, smashing the Uruguayan record with February 27:09. Suddenly, Julia was a serious contender on the world stage. The Tokyo Marathon was run in brutal heat and humidity, conditions that break even the best. Julia and her coach crafted a simple plan: start conservatively, ignore the leaders and run her own race. At halfway, she was 16th, over a minute behind the leaders. But while others faded, Julia stayed strong, picking off rivals one by one. Her patience paid off as she moved into the top 10, then the top 3, never glancing at the clock. In the final miles, as others hit the wall, Julia surged. She crossed the finish line, unaware she'd executed a perfect race. Only after did she learn she'd won bronze. Her discipline and focus had carried her further than she'd ever imagined. It was a masterclass in strategy and self-belief. Sometimes the smartest race is the quietest. News of Julia's bronze sent Uruguay into celebration. In a football-mad country, her marathon medal became front-page news. She'd beaten the odds, inspiring young athletes across Uruguay and beyond. Julia's story proved that with heart and strategy, even small nations can shine on the world stage. To do this for a country of 3 million people, it just means so much more, she said, overwhelmed by support. Her journey from school champion to world medalist was anything but ordinary. Julia's bronze wasn't just a personal triumph, it was a victory for every underdog. Her legacy proved that dreams, no matter how unlikely, are worth chasing.